Hi, it's been a while. I am chaotic, neutral, and dog, aka Angela. I've been gone since mid-January, so the consistency's not really good right now, but I know my subscribers are very understanding. You guys have proven that like time and time again. I'm gonna just update you about like the setup and my life a little bit before I just launch into the pan those eyeshadows since I've been gone so long. But if you just are here for the pan those eyeshadows, here's the timestamp. Just skip to that. I totally understand. First off, this is the new background I'm trying out. This wasn't here before. I recently got this like a month ago. I found it at a neighborhood like garage sale, and I was walking by and I saw it and I was like, oh, it is just so well made and cute. These books were in stacks on the floor, like up against my wall right over there. And it just feels so good to have my books. Like I have a bookshelf, but it wasn't enough for all of my books. And now it feels so good to have my freaking like teen fantasy shit all up in here. If you have questions about anything in this dresser, please leave a comment below and I will answer. Or if you're curious about a book, I will tell you my opinions on it. I'm gonna be so freaking chatty. A lot of this is just remnants from my escapism in high school. Like I was very much into fantasy and different worlds and things. China Miéville is like one of my favorite fantasy writers, and also Neil Gaiman. Also, if you can see this, I'm not the One Piece big fan. My husband is. This is like an Odin's Eye like gift that came with the palette I got. This is my friend Jane's artwork here in Calcifer and Adventure Time, Hello Kitty, and one of my other friends like mosquito keychain, some cool mini balls that I found on the side of the road. This like donkey piggy bank I got when I was in Chinatown when I was little in New York City. And these are little butts up here that my friend made for me. So just so you know what those things are. I'm gonna try this setup and see how I like it. I have also a new phone. I freaking traded in my old Samsung and got a new phone for free. That was a shocker. I thought I was going to spend $800 on a new phone. So some like updates about my life, I guess. Or why did I disappear again? I think in the January video, I was pretty clear about like my mental health wasn't too great. It's working itself out. It's much, much better right now. Some, I guess, changes about me. Like I'm continuing therapy. I am on medication. Yay! I deleted TikTok. That actually has helped me a lot, and I can go deeper into all of these things if you want to know more. Doing yoga, trying to do it every day, but I am not good at keeping it up, but I do it like many times a week, and that really helps me calm down and feel good in my body. I already felt good in my body, but you know, like stretching and really like breathing and getting these guns. This yoga, man. Another habit I'm trying to do is just being like strictly sober. It just got bad. I was self-medicating hardcore. I don't like view myself in a bad light back then. That's what I used to survive, basically. Self-medication's not the greatest, but it was self-preservation and it got me through, and it didn't really harm anyone except myself. I just decided to not do it anymore at all for the time being, and maybe someday it'll be okay for me to partake again, but not right now. Right now I'm doing very good without it. I can go into it more if you are interested, but also I'm like, how much do I want to go into it? Because this is just like internet stuff. But I also was like, maybe I should mention it because maybe there's some people that are thinking about being strictly sober, and me talking about it is helpful or gives you a different perspective. I don't know, all right? But I'm doing good right now. What else? I got more tattoos. You probably could tell, and there's some that you can't see too. I want to be covered in tattoos at some point, but slowing down now because it's the summertime and I want to be able to swim in some bodies of water, okay? I finished my second year of school. I thought I was going to quit. That was actually why I turned to getting help and like therapy and stuff, like a big reason. It was all exacerbated by career. The job was hard. I really hit like a burnt out stage, and it pushed me to figure out more of my mental stuff because I felt myself like ready to quit, and I knew that wouldn't be a good decision for me. That wouldn't be good financially or career. And I love my job, like I love teaching, but it was also destroying me. So finally went and got help, and I finished my second year, and I'm very happy, and I feel more and more like this is the career for me, along with being an artist, like both things hand in hand. And that makes me very excited. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself for making it to the end of my second year, when in January, February, March, I was so feeling like I should just give up. And I'm glad I didn't. Other update, I'm playing Pokemon Go now again. This is like my third dive back into Pokemon Go. I played it when it first came out, and I played it again during COVID, and now I'm doing it again. And I'm only mentioning it because I want some friends. So if you're playing Pokemon Go, please add me and I will send you gifts like every day until I stop playing Pokemon Go again. But the most exciting update, I guess, for me right now is just being a part of art shows since mid-January and starting my artist residency at this gallery in Buffalo. So if you don't know, artist residencies are very different depending on the place where the residency is at or the organization that the residency is a part of. In my case, the residency provides a studio space and collaboration with the other artists in my cohort and discussion with them, and a lot of connections with other people and organizations in Buffalo that are art related. I'm really excited about the studio space. As soon as I moved in, I exploded and I took up so much space, and I got so excited. Like it's so different as an artist when you have space to get messy in and spread out and not have to pack up and put away. It's so different, and it's so great having it. I've done an artist residency before, but not at a point in my artist career where I knew the type of artist I wanted to be or the type of art I wanted to make. So it feels really cool to be a part of a residency at this stage in my artist path. About a month has gone by, and it's a 6-month residency, and it'll culminate into a group show in mid-November. So very excited. If you want to keep track of that, please go to my Instagram. You can follow me there. But that's a really quick update, I guess, about me. Not much else has changed. Like, I'm just trying to work on myself a lot and enjoy the summer and make a lot of art. Summer's still around. Kira, Kovu, they're just not in this room right now. So let's go back to pan those eyeshadows, right? I think that update is enough. Rambling enough. We are going to move on to the Pan Those Eyeshadows project. And this is update number 1 in July. I usually update every month, but as you maybe heard in the intro, I was really preoccupied with bettering myself and not imploding. I've missed you though. The other thing you maybe noticed by the title, I've always combined the Pan Those Eyeshadows project with the Pan That Palette project. I'm gonna try something different. I think it'll be good. I'm gonna try to just do Pan Those Eyeshadows on its own, but I will miss the tongue twister that is me saying Pan That / those palette / eyeshadows. I got so good at it and now I don't need to be good at it anymore. So let's get started. I had 6 eyeshadows that I was working on since mid-January, and I'll say there is progress, but not as much as you might expect for me working on them for about like 5.5 months, but that's okay. We're gonna start with an eyeshadow that's the Tarte eyeshadow. It was from the Be a Mermaid and Make Waves palette. That was in like a little seashell shape, and that's what suckered me in. I knew nothing about makeup when I bought it. I don't like Tarte eyeshadows. I don't even care about the brand, okay? So this is the Beach Please eyeshadow. As you can tell, there is a pan. Hey. And I accidentally deleted the use information. I don't know what happened. I tried a different way of tracking my uses this time, and I accidentally deleted it somehow. So, I don't know. I don't know how many uses. It was probably below the double digits. Based on the dates for the pictures I took of some looks, it appears that I probably hit pan late April. It's a pretty shimmer. It's more red-ish orangey leaning, and I used it in a lot of looks with the other shadow that was in this project that was a matte orange, and it looked great, but I'm just not into these kinds of shades right now. I just dropped it, and it's intact, so we're good. I am very happy to be done with this and that it's gone. The other one that, and like the tracking is off. It's been 5.5 months and I might have missed a use or two. I have 7 uses on the shadow in here that was in my project, but I feel as if I used it more than 7 times, but I'm not sure. I can't tell you for sure. This is Dominique Cosmetics palette, Celestial Storm. Lunar Eclipse is right there. Wow. I had so much fun with this because see how good they look together, those two shadows? I love orange eyeshadow, but in my 2022 Pan Those eyeshadows, I had so much orange roll in, particularly mattes that weren't too different from this one, and I feel just kind of done with the orange mattes at least. So I first was very like, but I did a really fun look. It was definitely the look where I had the mindset that I'm gonna make little flowers on my face until I hit pan. That was my mindset. That was definitely what that look was. And the leaves were other shadow in my project, but yeah, I did a lot of experimental things that were flowers, even using this one and this one, and using the green as kind of the leaves or the vines in those looks. They were so much fun to do. I hit pan on Lunar Eclipse June 25th. The next one is a single by ColourPop, and it's called Team Captain. Did not hit pan. This more olive matte. You can see that there's discoloration here as well. That is also from wetting my brush to get harsher lines and to use in those unique looks that I was doing. So like I said, I use this for leaves in those flowery looks. And I love the grunginess of this. One thing I did discover kind of towards the end, or I hadn't thought of it too much. Let me actually grab it from the drawer. Team Captain, the eyeshadow, very much matched a lipstick I had by Melt called Tomboy. And this is Tomboy, but you can see kind of more of the color at the tip. For some reason, like the exposure to oxygen, I guess, makes it look more brown. But when you use it, it looks more like that. But one day I went out with my friend and her daughter in this very monochromatic olive green look, and I love it. I felt cool. I felt like a cool cat, a cool kid, okay? 10 uses on Team Captain. I did not hit pan, so it's still in my project. The other one is a depotted Juvia's Place eyeshadow. I'm grabbing it. It came from the Magic Mini palette, and this is Aja. and I hit pan again because I used it for liners, and it's a decently soft shimmer. I was very happy to get pan on this. As soon as I hit pan on this, I started to be able to focus on Team Captain. Like, I did some looks with the greens together, but I'll show you. There was a other eyeshadow in my project pan that was green as well. I got a lot of greens this time, and I was using Aja a lot with that other green shadow and not so much Team Captain. It's a little temperamental. Like, Juvia's Place shimmers like this tend to fall out on me, so when you have this dark color and it falls out below your eyes, it's like, ugh, not cute. Like, almost the shimmers that I'm using right now, if they fall out, it's still cute to me. But this, it looks like there's like a bug on your face or dirt or something, you know? I'm very happy to have hit pan on Aja. It was very much more of a challenge for me. These darker greens tend to be challenges for me, or dark blues, but I've been handling it well, I think. So that is out. I hit pan after 11 uses on April 16th. The next shadow, our fifth shadow, is from the Shroud Cosmetics and Butte Bean, now Batty Bean collaboration. And it's freaking bats, okay? Freaking bats. And it's the shadow that's bright green, and it's Trappist, huh, right there. And I hit pan, clearly. I hit pan after 13 uses on May 29th. There's Trappist swatched, and look how all of these go so well together. Very grungy fall to me, warm toned mostly, and yeah, I hit pan. It was really easy to because this is a very soft shadow. I don't even know if I used it as a liner or anything. It's just a very soft shadow. The same with other mattes in this palette, like Spooky. I've used it a lot, but I have a dip in it because the matte is so soft and there's a lot of pickup from it and all that. I paired Aja and Trappist a lot together, and once I hit pan on Trappist, I focused more on Team Captain. I very much didn't even like use Team Captain in January, February, March. The last shadow we're gonna talk about is from the Sailor Moon collaboration with ColourPop. This guy always shows up in my project pans, it feels like. It's a boring shadow though from this. It is Shining Moon, this kind of beige with sparkles in it. I do not have a pan in Shining Moon. I often forget about this shadow and forget to use it because it is a freaking beige. But what I have been doing is putting it in my like eyebrow nose area, like the bridge of my nose to my eyebrow, to kind of add a subtle shadow. I actually like the look of that, but it's totally unnecessary. It's not something that comes naturally to me. I have to think about using it. Or I use it to blend out the edges of a look, because it is just a little bit different from my skin tone. It's nice to like blur the edges or harsher areas of my eyeshadow with a shadow that is just a little bit pinky and darker than my skin tone. I'm gonna hit pan on it. You see that dip? Like, I will hit pan, but it's just a boring shadow. So with that all being said, those are the 6 shadows I was working with. As you saw, there were 2 shadows I did not hit pan on: Shining Moon, that I just talked about, and Team Captain. I'm not confident about Team Captain, like hitting pan on it for next update, but Shining Moon, very potential. Very potential. These other 4 are rolling out. So these 2 up here and Aja and Trappist. That means we have 4 shadows to move in. Lots of shadows. And I'm very excited about that. So let's get into that. Oh, hello. So I think this is my Tiny Decisions app. This is pretty up to date, except one palette I gifted to my friend because her toddler, oh, I just dropped it. I think it was the Cara Mara or Kate Mara. That's an actress. It was that one palette that's all neutrals, and I asked you guys about it, and people in the comments said it's good quality, and I totally believe them, but it was all neutrals. I had all those neutrals in some capacity, and my friend is very much more of a neutral type of person. Drugstore, that's her jam. I think she would really like this. Plus, her toddler had destroyed her only palette that she owned. She only had one palette and some singles, like a CoverGirl quad or something. And that was it. And I was like, I think she's gonna love it. I haven't used it at all, so I want to give it to her, and she's been using it like crazy. That's like the only thing, and if it pops up on my Tiny Decisions app, we're just going to skip past it, and I need to delete it. Let's get started. I'm going to roll 4 things. I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully it's something that has... No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. So let's get started. Alright. Oh, hey! This is coming back in. The ColourPop Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian was the first thing rolled in. I'm cool with that. There's some other neutrals that haven't rolled in yet, and some other really pretty colors. So we'll see. Oh, my Give Me Glow singles. I am pumped about that. Give Me Glow singles, very, very excited. Let's do it. So that's the second thing that we'll roll in. Yes, the VR Neon, but the mattes in that are pretty firmly packed. Oh, what if I roll in that green that really looks like Trappist? Jeez, oh no. But it'll be okay. So the Kaleidos Futurism VR Neon, that's the third thing. And now let's do our fourth one. I really want something that hasn't rolled in or doesn't really come in often. Oh, I love this one though. Okay, so Claro Psyche's box is all mattes. They're not firmly packed, so they've been pretty easy to hit pan on, and they're all colorful except for the black, okay, and the gray. I am very excited about these options. Let me get them for you, and then we will figure out exactly which shadow is rolling into our project. All right, baby, we're ready. So the first thing I remember rolling in was, again, this ColourPop Sailor Moon palette. I'm cool with it being in. I'm fine with it, but there's only 5 options because this is in my project. These have pan in them, and this is a glitter, and I don't use glitters, okay? So this can roll in. This will be number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5. So only 5 options. Minimum will be 1, max will be 5. So let's go. Here is the Pretty Random app. Let's go. It always does that. Number 1. I had a feeling. Number 1 is actually a really nice matte. I have used it many times. It is good in more neutrally looks, in pinkish looks. So let me swatch that baby. It is called Moon Castle. It's a softer matte, so I am pretty more confident about hitting pan on it. It won't be too grueling, I guess is what I mean. It's a very nice kind of dusty pink, and I like it. It's bubblegummy too, you know? And I like that kind of bubblegumminess. I could also use it pretty well with my Morphe Such a Gem palette, which is my pan nut palette. I'll talk about it in another video. That's the number tracker thingy. But that would go really well with a lot of the shadows from here. Now we'll do my Give Me Glow singles. That's why my fingies are so nasty, is because I was like gathering all of these guys. And these are all the ones with no pan in them. There's one that was the Periwinkle one with pan that's rolled in the past. So that would have been right here. But these are my Give Me Glow singles. Oh my gosh, aren't they cute? They're so cute. I basically have been building my own palette. and using this a lot. Like, this is the thing I grab every time I do my makeup because I put in shadows in here that I love or will go well with my Pan Those eyeshadows. A ton of Give Me Glow singles were in this. I love them, especially the shimmers. I really do. Like, this is one of my favorites right now. This one's insanely pretty. I don't use it a lot, but when I do, oh my god. The only thing is the shimmers crease pretty easily, but I don't care. I can top it off pretty easily. This is beautiful. The mattes are consistent and lovely as well. I am going to be excited about any of these except probably the gray and the white, or the oranges, obviously. I think I'll just skip over if like this one rolls in, honestly, because I'm just not too many orange mattes. This is dark enough where I could totally use it in my corner eye and be okay, but I don't know. I really hope the oranges don't roll in. So the minimum's 1, the maximum's 15. 9. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God bless you. God bless. It's my favorite. It's one of my most used and favorite ones right now. You can see how much of a dip there is. So I feel very blessed. It's very intensely like white based, but green and yellowy reflective, lemon limey, I would say. I love it so much. I've been using it with my green shadows from this past, situation. I've been using it in the inner corner or on the lid because it's so green yellow leaning and bright. It looks so good with them. I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and it's going to pair very well with Team Captain, which will stay in this project. That olive matte in the middle there. I am beyond happy. That's like the best one to roll in right now. So that is very, very fortunate. Very fortunate. The next one we're going to do, I think it was the Kaleidos VR Neon palette. Futurism VR Neon. There's 6 shadows in this. Minimum will be 1. Max will be 6. This will be number 1 and that will be 6. I'm happy with any of them except probably the green and the orange. Dang it, the green. All right, that's fine though. That's actually okay. I'm okay with it. All right. So the green rolled in. Fine. That's okay. Because it'll work well with Team Captain. Oh, I didn't even tell you the name of the Give Me Glow shimmer. Hold Your Horses. What is it called? So first off, look how springy and cute all 3 of those look together. I'm gonna have to combine them. This is why I love this project, is like, I never would have swatched all 3 of those together, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted to use them all together now. So the Give Me Glow Electric Unicorn. What a fun name, Electric Unicorn. By Give Me Glow. It's a foiled pressed pigment, technically. So Moon Castle, Electric Unicorn, and let's look it up. I just typed in Futurism Neon, and they were like, do you want to know about the neo-futurist movement? I was like, no. So, the green one is called Glitch, alright? So some fun names. Moon Castle, Electric Unicorn, and Glitch. It's brighter than Trappist, so that's another reason why I'm okay with it. But yeah, another green matte. Mid-tone green matte. The last shadow we're rolling in is from my grimy Claro Psyche's Box palette. Look how beautiful this white packaging has turned into this like aged, antiqued look that I can't fix. And you can see it's rolled in 3 other times into my project. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll have 9 shadows to choose from. And another risk of getting a white and a gray matte in this project. And I really don't want the black. It's black, Angela, not brown. And I really hope I don't get the orange. And the greens would be, like, this green would make it a little tricky with Team Captain. They don't really, I don't think they would look too awesome together. I can mix them together, but pretty much hoping for anything except for the black, the green, and the orange. And let's randomize. So that always happens. It just like resets or something, I don't know. It doesn't actually roll. 1 is this red. It will look really good with that pink matte from the Sailor Moon palette. Oh my gosh, I have a very matte heavy situation here. But look at that red and how it'll look really good with that pink matte, right? I think it will. Very kind of fruity feeling. This combo is giving me fruit, giving me life, okay, giving me joy. So these are the new ones rolling in. Oh my gosh. All right, let me swatch the other ones that are going to stay in the project. These are my new shadows I'm going to work with. I love this combo. I think it's super cute. All of these I think I could do a look with. I think I'll do it. I mean, it's 5 mattes, so I'll see if I can do that all in one look. But these shadows are so good together in my opinion. The very pinky, green, bright colors, and then the one matte that could deepen my outer corner. I think I could do some looks with all of them together. And it's such a change of pace from this one. I'm very glad. Like, look at the difference. This gives me so much happiness when I look at it, and excitement, like energy. It gives me energy, I think, is the main thing. And this gives me, like, I want to sleep in my bed under a bunch of blankets, which isn't a problem. I love doing that. But I like this kind of energy going on, especially in summertime. And I'm back, baby. Please leave a comment about how great I am and how much you missed me, you know? And just like, wow, YouTube just wasn't the same without me, right? Right? I know. I'm just that great. Let me know what you think. And I just appreciate y'all for sticking around. And if you decide to leave, because you're like, who's that girl? She just popped up and I haven't seen her in months. And, you know, I think this relationship needs to be over because she keeps abandoning me for months. I get it if you unsubscribe. But thank you for sticking around if you decide to stick around. I haven't said my little outro thing in a while. It's like, I hope you're doing well mentally and physically. I really do hope you're doing well. And have some fun this summer, okay? So I'll talk to you later. Bye.